¿Qué horas son, mi corazón?
Te lo dije bien clarito.
Permanece a la escucha. Permanece a la escucha.
12 de la noche en La Habana, Cuba.
11 de la noche en San Salvador, El Salvador.
11 de la noche en Managua, Nicaragua.
Me gustan los aviones, me gustas tú. Me gusta viajar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mañana, me gustas tú. Me gusta el viento, me gustas tú. Me gusta soñar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mar, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je suis perdu. ¿Qué horas son, mi corazón? Me gusta la moto, me gustas tú. Me gusta correr, me gustas tú. Me gusta la lluvia, me gustas tú. Me gusta volver, me gustas tú. Me gusta marihuana, me gustas tú. Me gusta colombiana, me gustas tú. Me gusta la montaña, me gustas tú. Me gusta la noche, me gustas tú. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais pas. ¿Qué voy a hacer? Je ne sais plus.
Voy a explicar un poco qué hice durante mis vacaciones en España. Yo fui para 3 semanas, pero estaba en 3 distintos lugares. Así que llegué en Barcelona, donde quedé con un amigo que se llama Alex, es un amigo de mi facultad en Ámsterdam, y quedamos en su casa un poco afuera de Barcelona, como no en la ciudad, pero 10-15 minutos de la ciudad, y estaba muy guay con él, juntos en su ciudad. Él me mostró como cosas más local, así que me gustó esta experiencia, y también él me mostró su secundario, cosas más personal a él. Y en realidad cuando voy a una ciudad me gusta ver cosas como así, no solo las cosas turísticas. Esto estaba para 4 días y después me fui a Costa Brava con unos amigos un grupo de amigos también de mi facu en Ámsterdam. Y nos quedamos allá para 10 días en una casa de mi amigo. Él creció también allá. Y voy a leer qué escribí porque mi comunicación no es tan bien para el pasado, pero casi cada día hicimos el mismo. Despertamos tarde, teníamos un mañana chill donde tomábamos café y desayunábamos. Así que esta frase para mí no entiendo como todas las distintas formas del pasado. Necesito aprender esto, pero sí. En la tarde fuimos a la playa donde jugábamos vóley, donde nadábamos y tomábamos el sol y comíamos fuet. Sí. No sé por qué el comíamos fuet es como así, pero el tomábamos el sol es esta forma del pasado, pero dale. Y quedábamos en la playa para 6-7 horas cada día, mirando a la puesta del sol, y después cenábamos en un restaurante o cocinábamos en nuestra casa. Me gustó mucho estos días. Estaba con 4 amigos en total y me cae re divertido todo. Después de este viaje fui al sur de España, a Cádiz, donde tengo un amigo de mi secundario. Estaba con él y un otro amigo de secundario y no vi ellos en 2 años. Fue muy guay para verlas de nuevo. Así que ahora estoy probando para escribir qué voy a decir antes, porque como así no hago tanto errores, porque he notado que antes cuando tengo vídeos como estos siempre tengo errores y ninguna persona en el comentario va a corregirme, pero si puedes hacerlo, gracias. Pero el próximo parte del video, mi español. Maybe I just switched to English. So basically, I don't know if you noticed, but I dropped the Argentinian pronunciations on a lot of words. So the double L and Y, I just say ella now instead of ella, or playa instead of playa. Like before, I had the Argentinian sounds very like I wasn't trying to do them. That's how I pronounced them. But now, naturally, it just dropped. I think it's because in Cadiz, a few times I was pronouncing stuff like the way the Argentinians do. Not in Cadiz, in Costa Brava, and then they just weren't catching it. So I'd have to repeat the word, and I would say the pronunciation in Spanish, and then they understood. So after a while, I just like started correcting myself, but very naturally. Like I didn't try, because actually I like the Argentine accent. Even like the word acá. Like now, if I say the word acá, automatically I'll correct it. I'll be like, hay un espacio acá, and then I'll say aquí, como. I'll correct myself because it's automatically like being around Spanish people for like 3 weeks. I just started correcting myself. But yeah, okay. In Catalonia, so in Barcelona and Costa Brava, so the Spanish there was like pretty easy to understand. It was pretty neutral sounding Spanish, no crazy accents, nothing. But in Cadiz, it was so bad. Like there, they speak so horribly. They drop like a lot of words and letters, so it really cost me. Like I had to adjust, and also many times I had to ask like, yo, just speak normally. And then they always like said, okay, I'll speak slowly. I'm like, no, slowly, no worries. It's just like speak normally, like finish words, finish sentences, because they drop the end of the every word basically. It's really, really hard, especially like the local people. Like it's funny, you can really like. You're really like, what the fuck? What is he saying? What else do I have written down? Okay, so one of the other things I wanted to do was talk with my friends, so the local people, in Spanish, so in group settings, and I did it quite well, I think. Like when we were in a group setting and there was no other internationals around, we would speak in Spanish, which I liked. This was really nice. Also, like. It's just nice to see how because obviously some of them do speak English quite decently. So we could do it in English, but for me, it's just cool to see how they act naturally in their like environment, in their language, with my friend who's Spanish. Like I want to see my friend who's Spanish, how he acts in Spanish, because I never get to see that usually, you know. Then another goal of mine was to see if I wanted to move to Spain. It's been 5 years the last time I went to Spain. So this trip also I wanted to see like if I wanted to move there, and I think I definitely do. Everything was so nice. The food, the people, the weather, the cities, I just really, really liked. And also, honestly, like, not even picky about like where in Spain. It all seems very cool. Catalonia, I will say, I really liked the places, but amongst the people, they very easily switch to Catalan. And I don't know if it's just because like I'm not like a strong Spanish speaker, but if I'm talking with 3-4 people and we're having a conversation in Spanish, they'll just switch to Catalan, like regularly. Wacht even. Wait, not now. They'll just switch to Catalan so easily. It's kind of like if you hang around French people and like you're in a setting with like French and English people or internationals, and like you're talking in English, and then French people will just like switch without even like thinking of the person. So I feel like that's kind of like, it would be harder to integrate in Catalonia than in other parts of Spain. But I could be wrong as well. I could be wrong for sure. But for the rest, my favorite word of the summer, Puesta del Sol. I like that one, like sunset. Puesta del Sol. Y fantasma. It's like a ghost, but like apparently sometimes you call people like fantasma. Okay, one final like anecdote. First a tip. So if you're traveling in Spain or South America, just say you don't speak English. Like obviously it helps if like I'm from Belgium, so I can just say I speak Dutch. But just say you don't speak English, because people will try to talk to you in English, either because they're trying to be nice or they're trying to practice their English. And yeah, obviously it's nice to help them, but it's better just like with people you don't know, just say you don't speak English, and so you can just practice your Spanish. And then you can tell them, yeah, if you speak German or if you speak Dutch, you can talk to me, but sorry, I don't speak English. And usually they're a bit surprised, but like I think it's the best trick to get the most interactions. But a small anecdote, like this trip, it's like one time my friend told me, like I have this Russian friend, and he told me like he finally found out that like rainbow is like two separate words put together, like rain and bow. And I was like, kind of like, what do you mean? Like, how did you not know that? But like this trip, I had the same with adios. So like goodbye in Spanish is adios. And it means like a and dios. So it's like to God. And I was like, how did I never catch that before? But yeah, it's just like, you're not going to catch that by watching videos on YouTube. Like you have to spend time in the country. And I really like that, like part of learning a language where like you find these little, I don't know, they kind of feel like Easter eggs or something. But anyways, that's enough. I might do more videos in English now, just because like I realized I was just making mistakes and no one was correcting them in the comments. So maybe parts of the video in Spanish, parts of the videos in English. But let me know. And also check out the video from Dennis. Like he made a vlog of the trip, so I'll put it in the description as well.
Vou nas águas do meu santo. Axé, axé, na enchente da maré. Quem me vinga da mandinga fica de Guiné, mas o tifé do meu axé não vou dizer quem é. Quem me vinga da mandinga fica de Guiné, mas o tifé do meu axé não vou dizer quem é. Onda forte não derruba. Axé, axé, nem machuca quem tem fé. Axé, axé, vou nas águas do meu santo. Axé, axé, na enchente da maré. Vou no tu, axé, tu, axé. 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 Mas o tifé do meu axé não vou dizer quem é. Onda forte não derruba. Axé, axé, nem machuca quem tem fé. Axé, axé, vou nas águas do meu santo. Axé, axé, na enchente da maré. Vou no tu, axé, tu, axé.
I think in my next video I'll talk about where I think my Spanish level is at now and what I have to do to get like to the next level, I guess.